Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with my co-host James Mason, where we're trying to bring you some ideas and insights to help you if you're day trading in the market. Good morning, James. How are you?
Todd, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you doing this morning?
Doing very, very well.
All right. So Dow futures are currently down 48 points. S&P is currently down 2 points. And man, I hate when the market starts to open up so close to zero. It usually sets up for a choppy day. So yesterday I was actually expecting it to come out slightly bullish and then drop, but it actually held up. But we will see what today brings. But again, guys, overall, this is just my personal opinion, but I feel like this is a little fake bullish bounce. I believe that all the people who are, trying to catch the dip are going to end up having to dippy dip in the future, which is catching the dip later on.
Let me write that down. Dippy dip?
Dippy dip. Yep. that means catching the dips dip. Dippy dip.
Got to catch the dips dip. All right. I like it.
All right. So, Todd, what do we have today?
Let's talk about, there's a ticker that if you've been involved in day trading or swing trading or for a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, you have heard and potentially traded this ticker. IGC.
Oh, man. IGC. What has IGC not been?
I would like to hear it from our members. How many of them have traded IGC, and what company did they represent at the time? So I remember IGC back when it was an iron ore shipping company out of India back in the day, where I got caught in it in a pump and dump, and so it just cracks me up that here it is, the top of my scanner today, for positive gains.
Yeah, man, IGC has seriously been everything under the sun. And let me just put it on the charts. But IGC has been everything under the sun and has been a pump and dump for everything under the sun. So, man, there's one thing that IGC can be dependable on, Todd, and you said it pre-market to me, and that is if there was a spokesperson for a pump and dump, this is the player right here.
They might be the guest speaker at a conference.
Yeah. So nobody does pump and dumps like IGC. Nobody. All right. You know what? There's no point of even talking about this one being bullish. Let's just talk about it being bearish. And at any point, at any time period ever, if you go into short it, at some point in the future, you're going to make money. I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah. That's if there's a stone cold lock in the market, it's shorting IGC.
Absolutely. Let me just pull up the share structure on it really quick. So basically, guys, the reason why we're talking about this one is we hope you guys are not getting FOMO and chasing it at this point. Now, if you had caught it before this gap up, perfect. But boy, if you do not move your stop losses up, you will regret it later. All right, so last update for short interest on IGC. 3.1 million shares being short, almost 7.4% of the float, and 1.3 days to cover. Shares outstanding, 48.3 million. The float, right at 42 million. And today, IGC is, let's see. On my end, I don't have an update for what they're calling themselves, for what industry they're in. Man, to be honest, I don't even know what IGC is doing now. Like, it's just one of those tickers. Like, I just don't care. I mean, they've been everything. They could be doing biotech stuff today or selling ice cream. It doesn't matter to me. They always change their industry. When Johnny and I first started up Transparent Traders, the actual group, IGC was okay. So you guys know how in AMC traders, if you guys get offended over this, oh well. if you guys get offended over this, what I'm about ready to say, then you're the person I'm talking about. But you guys know how AMC traders are today, to where like you can't give a honest, opinion or your insights on the trade and be like, hey guys, don't you think this is a little abnormal here, without being attacked? That's how IGC was back in the day. But when Johnny and I first started up Transparent Traders, anybody, it was just crazy. Anybody who mentioned IGC, we just banned them. We just couldn't take it. It was such a pump and dump fest. Like literally people were coming in saying, hey guys, you better invest in the IGC right now. It's going to $50 a share. I mean, all that kind of stuff. And people were throwing their money in it because someone else in the group said it, and they were getting smoked. So yeah, guys, IGC. You know what? There could be a time I'll be wrong right here in IGC, but I highly doubt it. And I highly doubt that this is the time. So if you try to jump in and chase IGC right now, you're probably going to lose.
And for the record, neither one of us are in the ticker, long or short.
Heck no. But all right. So that's enough talk about crappy companies for today. Let's go ahead and hit one that will probably give the world some potential here. And that is ticker SOS.
SOS.
Someone help. For those who know Morse code, SOS. Bad joke. All right. Last update, short interest. 21.47 million shares being short. Short percent of the float, 12.54%. Days to cover, 1. Share structure. Shares outstanding, 187.1 million. The float, 171.2 million shares. So we do have a little bit of shares out in the market, but if you guys dig into SOS's filings, you'll see that they actually do have some catalysts in play. We're not in play yet, but catalysts setting up. Now, let's look at it, the 5-minute chart really quickly, and we'll go and chart it here. So we'll chart this pre-market high. So hit a pre-market high of 380. Just put it right there at 381. Now, next thing we're going to do is go to the daily chart. And we know that we have to break above 381 before trying to make an entry here. That breakout point technically should happen around 445. And if we get a good push, what I like to do now, basing this off of like just a technical analysis perspective without taking any catalysts or anything like that, just straight charting. What I like to do is when I'm just looking for that target price range, I like to just watch that 9 EMA, see where it's kind of going. And if I want to be conservative, I'll just put my crosshairs, where's the most busiest at. I'll put my crosshairs just slightly below it. So the first target zone will be around that 650 range. And then my next one will be right around $9. Now, what I do, once I make an entry, let's just say we break above 381. I'll take a position. And as it comes up to this first breakout point, which is also a significant resistance, but once it comes up here to around $4.45, what I will do then, I will immediately make my entry point my stop loss. That way, if it does come back down, I break even. No big deal. But I'll give it that wide range to let it work itself out and let it run, if it's going to run. If it pulls back, I break even. No big deal. I just wait for it to make that move again and do the same thing over. But if this thing breaks above 445, what I do then, I just constantly move my stop loss up. So if it breaks above 445 and starts to make it, I'll move my stop loss up to $4. And then, as it just keeps, creeping up, I just keep creeping that stop loss up. That way, if it does pull back, I'll catch some profits. And the whole point, a lot of people, kind of start thinking, why would you let it have so much room? Well, the reason why is because you just never know what it's going to do. If I choke my stop loss down way too much, I could, just preemptively stop out, and then it just keeps on running. But I'm okay with letting it pull back, giving it a chance. And if it does trigger, I will take small profits. But let's say if it doesn't trigger, it comes down, it finds its support, and then bounces, and then really takes off running. I mean, if you guys remember Neuro, ticker NURO from day before yesterday, how when it first started taking off right in the pre-market and right into the bell, it made us push up, and then it pulled back down to that $3.94 range. And a lot of people were jumping out because they panic sold for whatever reason. And then it bounced and it ran. That's why I like to just slowly move my stop loss up. And once I get to the point where my stop loss is at my entry price or above it, I'm cool with it. I'll give it its chance to do whatever it wants to do. And if it's going to run, then let that bad boy run. So
speaking of Nero, there's several people in the comments asking about it. Nero was my hot prom date yesterday. Let's take a look at that and see what's look at that gap up.
Yeah. So this little dash line right here at 36.90, that's where we're currently at for Neuro. And
you really messed this one up bad. You alerted this at $5, and your price target was nowhere near $36.
The original alert was $3.91. Yeah, the $3.91 was the swing alert.
Right.
Yeah, but I'd missed it, and then I alerted it later for the day trade, and then we just wrote it all the way up.
Yeah.
But man, Neuro yesterday, I mean, that's beautiful. But you guys, hey, if you're still in this, move those damn stop losses up. For all of you people who were in this damn thing yesterday and wrote it up to $36, and then it pulled back all the way down here to, low 20s, $19 range, shit like that. Come on. I know you guys are kicking yourselves in the asses thinking, man, I wish I would have sold up there. Well, now you have your freaking chance. Just remember that. Don't get so much FOMO to where you now get back to the same range to where you had regret and you didn't freaking sell. There's no guarantee this is going to go up any higher. Could it? Absolutely. Could it drop back down to $3? Absolutely. Just remember that.
Well, just yesterday, I traded in the first hour, and I think there was 7 or 8 halts up and down. It would halt and immediately halt seconds later. So it was a challenging trade. You had to be patient because you sat around and waited for halts, and then twice it randomly resumed, not on the 5-minute market. And so it was a tricky stock to trade yesterday. And I would, based on the pre-market action this morning, I think it's going to be a tricky stock again to trade. But there's definitely money to be made from the stock.
Oh, for sure. And some of you guys, though, man, you guys are sitting on some fat profits. And, hey, I'm super happy. I'm proud of you guys. Man, you guys did your thing. That's what it's all about. How does it feel to take one from the bottom and ride it all the way up? It's an amazing feeling.
There's a question here. Giovanni Rodriguez is asking, and Giovanni, thanks for the $5 tip. He wants to know who was the first to call out Nero. Let me go to my data bank and look. James Mason.
I was the first one, baby. First one. Now everybody's talking about it, making videos about it. Neuro to the moon, Neuro to $100,000. I don't know about the $100,000 thing, but that's a little jab at AMC traders. Yeah. So, Giovanni, thank you for the $5 tip. Todd, you know what that means?
Yep.
It means unbutton your shirt. $5 a button, guys. $5 a button.
Okay, you get this button for $5.
So,
hey, we're about 6.5 minutes to the start of the market. Any final words or any quick thoughts, James?
Oh man, so I'm expecting a lot of choppiness today, guys. I don't have anything lined up for my day trades yet. I'm not saying that I won't day trade, but if I do day trade, I'm definitely going to keep a small position size just because I expect it being choppy. And, if I hit a home run with a smaller position size, cool. If I take a loss, then that loss will be very, very little. So it's all about position size, guys. So other than that, if you don't know what to trade, hey, there's always predictive oncology, ticker POAI. And, if that's something that you like, I'm just saying, news is coming soon, which I have been saying that for months. But really, though, confirmed by the CFO and CEO, news is coming soon. They're saying the end of July. I kind of want to give them about 2 more weeks just to, work their way through all the tape, all the, signing paperwork and contracts and shit like that. And yeah. So other than that, guys, remember, trade safe, trade smart. And we appreciate y'all tuning in today, and we will catch y'all in the next one.
See you tomorrow morning.